Hello, Michael here from Astral Forest. So today I would like to show you another page in our PBI monitoring tool. We will focus on TOPS page. Now let me navigate there. And we'll try to answer a couple of questions, like how can I check if reports developed across company are used? How can I check who is using the reports? Can I check what kind of activities are done across Power BI service? All right, so this is the page, TOPS page. First, let's go with quick introduction of our filters, functionality across visuals, and then we will try to make a use case with the questions I mentioned previously and answer them. Yeah, all right. So on top we have a couple of filters, time with a few values. And important thing here to note is that we always start from yesterday, because today is still pending, data is gathering, people are reviewing the reports and so on. Yeah, so actually last 7 days is from 26th May, yeah, because today is 27th, and 7 days back. And sorry, I misclicked. Yeah, last 7 days, 26th May until 19th May, and so on and so on. 30 days, same story, but 26 to 26. Next filter is a split of company, department, and user. Yeah. Then we have workspace and report, and actual users. Important thing here to note is that users filter is dynamic, so it's showing only users that did some actions, yeah? Only users that are somewhere calculated within these reports. So instead of having the full list of users, we have only active ones. Okay, now let's go to the visuals. On the left, most frequently used workspace reports by. This visual is showing data for both workspace and report. You can go up and down from workspace level to the report level. Yeah. Then we have a couple of measures here. So we can look at data from a number of users, basically how many users logged into specific workspace or report. We can look at this visual from number of opened reports. So this is a distinct count of reports that have been opened. Yeah, for instance, in this workspace we have 22 reports. And here is the tricky part. If we navigate to the report level, sometimes we can see number greater than 1. Yeah, as I mentioned, this is a distinct number of report. So what does it mean, for instance, for this human resources final? In this case, it means that somewhere in our Power BI service, we have eight versions of the same report uploaded to various workspaces. Yeah, simple as that. Basically, how Power BI service work is if I upload report into this or that workspace, it always gets unique ID. If I take the same report, upload to another workspace, there is a new ID, and so on and so on. Yeah. So here's the case where we can start to think why we have so many copies of the same report. Yeah, maybe something is wrong. Maybe I don't know. Somebody decided to move the report from one to other workspace, but forgot to remove the old version. Yeah, I believe this is a very good case for further investigation. Yeah, to check, let's say, health of our Power BI service. All right. Then we have number of actions. again, by report or workspace. So basically, this is a number of actions that can be done in report workspace level. There are also plenty more, like creating data flows, creating dashboards, and so on. This is non-related either to workspace or report, just so you know. And then we have a percent of active users versus users with access. Yeah. So if I go here, based on this example, dev services, 25% means that only 25% of people who actually have access to this report or workspace is using it. Yeah. And here's another thought. We can try to investigate why only 25% of people are looking there. Maybe we gave access to too many number of employees. Maybe some reports are outdated. Maybe they switched to ad hoc reporting in Excel, yeah? So this is another case where we can investigate if everything is fine, because in perfect world, we should see, well, maybe not 100%, but around 90-95%, yeah? Per workspace or per report as well. For example, yeah, this one, it has only 2%, hardly used, yeah, across last 30 days. If we change to last 90 days, the numbers are obviously changing, etc. Okay. So this is it. Another thing over here, if we go to actions, yeah, we can always check, we can filter by specific report or workspace to check for actual actions, yeah. So for example, if I filter by dev services, I can see in the bottom right corner the actual actions by this specific workspace. And this is actually default behavior of Power BI. Each visual by default can filter other visuals as well. So we can check that many people viewed report, some were exported, one was downloaded. Okay, next visual, most active departments users by. So actually this is a number of actions by department in our company, and we can navigate down to actual users. Just a number of actions from workspace report level. And the same case here, if I click for this lady, I can see actual actions done by this person. If I go to this person, yeah. All right. And then opened reports. So this is just, again, distinct count of opened reports by person or by department. Yeah. All right. Let me go back here and let me go back to the person. Next thing on this page is table below on the left, workspaces and reports, showing data again by workspace and report. Yeah, so we can navigate, we can drill down from workspace to actual report, but it has a summarize of all items like we had above. So we have number of actions, we have number of active users, number of opened reports, percent of opened reports per workspace. Obviously on report level, yeah, it should be always 1%. And then percent active users versus users with access. So this is the same thing as here. We can also navigate to delta. Delta is, in this case, it's comparing the selected period versus last period, I mean last 30 days versus last 30 days, but starting before this period. Yeah, I know it's a bit tricky, but let me show you this on example over here. So let's assume today is 20th of May. We selected last 30 days. So in this case, current period is from 19th to 19th. Yeah, as I mentioned, it's always starting from yesterday. So, and then the previous period is starting before this period. Yeah, as you can see, current period is from 19th April, and previous period is from 19th March to 18th April. And the calculation is pretty simple. Current minus previous divided by previous. Yeah. Here is another example, but for last 90 days. Another thing that with percent we have points, yeah, difference in points, and with numbers we simply have a percentage value. All right. Then we have a trend with opened reports by date, which can be drilled from a year, month year, up to days. Yeah. And yeah, this is not looking perfect, but yeah, it depends on the scale we select. Last 7 days looks pretty nice. Okay, let me go up, and for instance, month year, let's go to 90 days. Yeah. Also, this is anonymized data, so we are looking basically like last few months of data. Yeah? That's why in Feb and March we have so low number of opened reports. April, May is pretty high. In your case, if you will embed this PBI monitoring solution into your company, the data will simply start flowing in, yeah? So it will build up, and at some point you will see much more data than in this version. Then we have bottom right visuals, actions by distribution method, whether report was shared, whether it's from workspace or from app, yeah? By app, I mean application within Power BI service. Yeah, this is the one of the things you can build opposed to reports. Okay, and then the one visual I already mentioned, activity by actions, different actions. As you can see here, we have also actions that are not related either to workspace or report. For instance, create dashboard or delete dashboard, and so on. Another thing here is that you can drill through the actual action to the people who were doing it. So for instance, if we take a look at export report, yeah, because export means somebody is grabbing data on his or her desktop, we can check if it's all safe, security compliant. So simply right click on the bar, and let's go to drill through. Here we have a date of the drill through, username, workspace, report name, actual activity, yeah, and how many times it was done. So for instance, Mr. Forest on 21st of April exported this report 11 times. This data can be exported to Excel for further investigation. All right, let me go back. Okay, so this was the rough presentation of the page. Also, yeah, one more thing, each visual, and this is applicable to all of the pages. On each graph, we also added the zoom in, zoom out axis. Sometimes it might be better to, for instance, here, or yeah, this is the good example. If I would like to go to view dashboard, it might be a bit tricky to drill through here. But if I do this, I can easily go with the drill through, check view dashboard actions, only a couple of them. Yeah, 1, it's 2, 5, 8 as total. All right. Let me change it back. Okay, so this is the presentation of the page. Now, let's try to answer our questions with the actual use case. So let's assume we, as IT department, are responsible for Power BI service across company. One of our goals is to be proactive with the business users. We want to reach out to them, propose new solutions, new reports, check if they are using it, and so on. So lately, we invited to our company Power BI developer, let's say Kate. Kate will be responsible for providing new reports for marketing department. Before Kate will develop anything, she needs to investigate what people are using in marketing, what reports are used, how often they are using it, if there are any challenges, any new opportunities, if everything is all right, yeah? Once we gather all of this information, Kate can start working and propose new reports to the marketing development. So first, let's understand who is using marketing reports. Yeah. Okay. For this purpose, we will go first to the slicer company department user, and we will filter our data by marketing department. Let me type marketing in search box. Now I will expand the slicer from company up to department, and let me select all marketing departments across different companies. Okay, so here we can see in last 90 days, okay, this is fine. We can see that most active person was Lindsay, then we have Adele, Elle, and Michelle, yeah, and a couple more. So this is one side of our check. We have a department marketing filtered. We can see these users are using the reports. We have the actual reports, the actual workspaces. Let me go to the reports. Yes. And one thing I already don't like is that take a look at the naming convention. Here we have a workspace with services. We have the workspace training. We have some personal workspace from Candida. Yeah, so personal workspace means every user has his or her own workspace where work can be stored, but it's good practice to use a company-created workspaces. Yeah, because if person goes on a leave or vacation, the report is logged on the personal workspace, and that's it, yeah? So this is one thing we could investigate, why this is the case. And then, if we drill down to the reports, another thing that I'm worried about, that mostly people from department marketing are using a training final report. I would expect them to use marketing related reports, yeah? It can mean, yeah, here we have marketing summary, yeah, on the third place. It can simply mean that training reports are containing some information that is missing in marketing reports. Yeah, so this is one point where Kate from IT department can investigate, can talk with these guys, can understand what and how and why they are using this for the specific report. If there is something we can implement in marketing reports, propose a new solution, maybe new KPIs. Maybe this is something simple, yeah, like simple calculation. Maybe something can be moved to marketing reports. Or maybe you can create a dashboard instead of copying the information. Yeah, just pin specific info from training into marketing dashboard. Yeah, there are plenty different scenarios. Okay, now let me take a screenshot of this table. because it will be used in a sec. Okay, so we have these people filtered by department marketing. Now let's do it from opposite side. So instead of this filter, I will select all. We will go to this filter and do the same case. I already put here a marketing keyword, and now we will filter by marketing workspace. By default, I would expect here to show only marketing workspaces. The reason Power BI is also showing different type of workspaces like accounting, human resources, and so on, is because if I navigate one level down, I can see that, for instance, in this case, we have a marketing related report in accounting workspace. I don't like it at all. This is another point for investigation. Maybe some cleaning process should be run across this company, because I can feel like reports with different context or content are stored in different workspaces. It doesn't feel good to me. But let's leave it for now. Let's focus on marketing workspaces. We have a dev for development, UAT for testing, and then prod for production. So we have three type of workspaces for marketing. We can see some data over here, but let's first go one level up. Yeah, and this is another thing I don't like. I selected last 90 days, I selected marketing workspaces, and I can see that most actions are done on UAT marketing. I would expect most actions to be done on production workspace. So this is again related to health of Power BI service in our company. And here definitely some decisions should be made, whether we should move reports to production, or maybe this is actually a valid case where most reports are still under testing. Yeah. Or maybe they were under testing, they were never moved to production, and people just keep using them. So basically, there are different scenarios where we can use this information. Let's also check a number of users from this perspective. Yeah, so 37 people are using UAT marketing, only 2 people are using production. Okay, then we have a list of most active users. And again, let's go to workspace, engineering, other. Other means simply probably some departments or users that were not assigned to this list. Yeah, let's keep it for now. It's not relevant in this particular case. But if I drill down, I can see totally different people that from previous filtering. So yeah, so this visual here is showing people by marketing department, and this visual over here is showing people who are actually using reports stored in marketing workspace. In real life scenario, I would expect these lists or graphs to show similar names. Yeah, it's again, this is something that we should consider. Why this is happening? Yeah, why people from marketing are using different departments reports, and marketing workspace is used but by totally different employees. Yeah, so this should be cross-matched, investigated. Maybe this is the real actual list of marketing department. I don't know, but this looks like there is some issue with within company. Yeah, I would definitely investigate it. Of course, this data with employees this can be exported to Excel for further investigation. Yeah, so we can check. And again, if we can see that actually these people are looking at marketing workspace, this can be like a gold mine for ideas, for challenges, for understanding what they are actually looking at, what data they are interested in, and maybe we can cross-match the ideas with this group of people, yeah? So by talking with both groups of end users, maybe we can build the end-to-end full solution for marketing needs across the company. All right, so that was it. Another thing, whether regarding whether our reports are actually used, simply go to active users versus users with access. Yeah. So again, the percentage is pretty low, 20% here, 1% here. I don't think this is accurate, yeah, because if only, this is accurate data, but I don't think this is correct, sorry. Because if only 1% of users is looking at production marketing workspace, something, in my opinion, is definitely wrong. Either we have too many assigned people to the workspace, or the content is simply not interesting enough. Or maybe it's totally wrong. Maybe there should be totally different KPIs, data, and so on. Yeah, but this is also with the item we discussed a couple of minutes ago. Yeah, this is also connected with the items I discussed a couple of minutes ago. And again, if we go one low level, same here, yeah. Okay, so we can see there's a marketing workspace. For instance, there is some kind of accounting report. 8% of people are using it. That's not much. But this can be also connected with the case that this is mostly UAT marketing. So now let me drill down with this option. And if I select UAT marketing, these are the numbers only for UAT marketing. Yeah, it's hardly visible here because it has most of the data here. But if I do this and go to production, yeah, you can see only 2 reports. So this is again a standard default drilling down functionality of Power BI. Either drill with all of the data or choose the upper level context. Yeah, and it works for most of the visuals. Okay, so this is it. I know it was a bit longer than previous, but I hope it's all good. Let me quickly summarize. I believe that with this page, we can find most active users. We can check whether Power BI content is used by users. We can understand who is looking at reports either from department or workspace perspective. We can compare the list of users. We have an option to navigate from activity visual to the actual users. So for instance, if we can see that people are exporting reports or downloading reports, we can understand who is doing this. Yeah, so we can cross-check from security perspective if everything is correct. Yeah. All right. So yeah, that's it. If you have any questions, comments, or feedback regarding the way I record this video, let me know. We are open for discussion as Astral Forest company. Thanks and bye-bye.